Hey guys, I am working on a 2012 Honda Accord. It's a 2.4 liter engine. I think it's an LX. Replacing the front and rear brake pads, and so I'm just gonna do a kind of step-by-step video on how to do this. I kind of got ahead of myself and started, so let me tell you what I already did. I took the wheel off, of course, 19 mil lugs. Take the caliber off. I just have it hanged up right here. 12 mil bolts. There's two of them here. I just used my impact to take them off. So that's all I've done right now. And right now I'm just taking off the brake pads. And so I'll get the camera set up and see if I can take it step by step for you guys. All right. Before I do anything, there are two clips on here that you need to take off of the brake pads. Save them because sometimes your brake pads don't come with these and mine don't, so make sure you save these. Alright, so right now just taking off the pads. This one was almost metal on metal. The other side was metal on metal, so we're just replacing pads and rotors on the front and then brake pads on the rear. We got the hardware off. It's 17 mil bolts, two of them on the back. Sorry if I'm in your way. So we'll take that off. And if you have a right angle impact, it really helps a lot. So we'll take that off. And my head might get in the way here, so sorry guys. Two. That's what the bolts look like. Two of them. And now the whole bracket comes right out. You can set that to the side. We'll clean that up a little bit. So now we gotta get the rotor off. You're going to need this guy. This is an impact screwdriver. Makes it super easy to get these out. Do not try to get these out any other way because they will not work. So you do this, get a hammer, there it goes, and then the screw comes right out. If you try to use a normal screwdriver on this, you're going to strip the screw. Goes. Okay. So now the rotor comes right off. Now, cleaning process. You want to make sure you put it on backwards first. Spray it with some brake clean. And wipe off any oils because it will ruin your brake pads. And we don't want our brake pads to be ruined. So, just the brake pad surface is all you need to do. Flip it back over. You gotta align your holes here. It looks like we're upside down. Now our holes are aligned. Align it in. Press in. And more brake clean. At this point, how did I... There it is. Brake clean and then just wipe her up. Get all that oil off of it. Fronts are a little bit easier. It's going to be the rears that are a little bit more of a pain because it's the twisting calipers. Alright, so now that we have that done, we can put these screws back in. We have two of them. I just put them in hand tight. They don't need to be in crazy tight or anything. They're really just there to hold the rotor in. for you while you put the pads on. We gotta clean up this guy. So what you want to do, scrub in the areas where the pads hit, pop these guys out and re-grease them. So I'm gonna do that real quick off camera. Alright guys, got this cleaned up, got the pins greased up, so we're ready to put it back on. There's 2 bolts. Comes also the bolt started in. Grab the other one. Started in. Grab our impact. Okay. Good to go. Make sure nothing's binding. Go ahead and put your hardware on, which I should have here. Should come with new hardware if you get some good pads, not the cheap ones. You want to make sure you put the right pad, especially in the back. It's going to be more important, but it's also important in the front. So the pad with the little thing goes on the back. Make sure you do that. Put that one in the back. There we go. And then the one that doesn't have one goes on the front. Just like so. And you might ask, why am I not greasing them? As long as you clean up the surfaces, greasing them really doesn't. I haven't had any trouble not greasing them, so I just don't. Do what you want. If you want to grease the ears of the pads a little bit, doesn't matter to me. Put these guys back in. Very important. Pushes the pads out when you're not braking. Make sure you ornate them the right way. I don't know if I said that word right, but that's okay. There we go. They'll stop pad wear. Now you need to push in your caliper, which I use. Let me go get it. Use this guy. Push in your caliper. If you want, make sure your brake master cylinder is not going to overflow, but push this in. Sorry, this is made for a double, so I gotta get a better angle here. There we go. There we go, it's going in. Should be good. Kind of get the dirt off of it. Make sure everything's good and greased, which it is. Don't forget to take this guy out. Sorry, I'm in the way of the camera. Trying not to do that. Put that in. Might have to turn the bolts a little bit to get them to go in where they need to. Alright. Keep your 12mm bolts. Get one started. There we go. Now to get the other one. You guys are kind of too close to me right now, so hang on. Go. You gotta turn that bolt a little bit if it doesn't want to line up with the if the bolt doesn't want to line up with the threads, you gotta turn the pin because it ornates a certain way. All right. Sorry if I said that word wrong. All right. Make sure everything's good there. Good there. You're ready to throw the wheel back on. That's how you do the front brakes. Let me show you how to do the back. All right. So this is the rear. I'll show you how to take off the pad. You need a special tool to twist in the caliber, and not that hard to do. So this is the rear brakes. I gotta go get a tool. Get this off as quick as possible would be a wobbly with a 12, and then a right angle impact. That's what I'm using to get the brake caliber off. Comes right out. Done. Caliber comes right out. With a little bit of persuasion. I need to get. Oh my lord. There you go. It's out. One thing I've noticed is there's only been a clip on the bottom, but there is some for the tops. I don't know if someone's done these before, but I'm supposed to buy the brake pads with these clips, so hopefully we'll see. And these pads are about 70% gone on one side. The other side's a little bit more thicker. So we just decided to change out these pads because he doesn't want to get metal on metal anytime soon. So, all right. And there is an orientation with these pads and how you turn this caliber. So be very careful. You can really mess this up. So don't mess it up. I'll show you guys how to coordinate it. Yes, I know. I'm probably not saying that word right. I get it. Okay. Get all that done. Now it's really just a cleaning process. Here's what I'm talking about. The back pad, make sure it's got this, okay? And then you got these dots here. Now these have to go into the groove on this caliber. I don't know if you can see this caliber or not, but there's grooves in this caliber. And so make sure once we press that in, that these grooves on this pad goes into the groove on that caliber, because if it don't, it's gonna sit wacky and then probably make noise. So they look exactly the same. We're gonna put this one in, which of course you don't want to put in until you put the hardware on. So we're gonna put the hardware on first, like you're supposed to. All right, let's see how that fits. Okay, that fits great. Check this guy. And on the other pad, it does not matter at all. You just want to make sure you get the pad with no warning tab, whatever you want to call it. Well, that is a one thick piece. There we go. Done. Make sure it sounds good, looks good. Sounds good, looks good to me. So, now we gotta twist this guy in. So the special tool you're gonna need, I have a whole set of these. You can rent it from, I'm sure, O'Reilly's. They come with a bunch of adapters that just click on. I'm just using the 2-tab one because it goes into the groove just fine. And you basically just press it in and turn this, and that's how it works. It's just turning it. So I probably didn't explain that well enough, but I mean, if you can't get this, I mean, it's pretty simple. Okay, now people might talk like it's a pain in the butt. It is when you don't have the right tools. So just get the right tools and you'll be good. Alright, just get it lined up. Okay, it's lined up. Get it tight. So I have a left and a right hand one. I don't know what exactly the difference is, but I like using the left-handed one because when I turn it right, this will loosen up and I'll have to turn it so I know it's going in. So I don't really know exactly which one I'm supposed to use. But like, see, I just turned that a little bit and now it's loose, so I tighten that up. It'll be a little bit hard to turn it first, and like I just lost my position here, so hang on. Be careful not to lose your position. There we go. There we go, and now it's a lot looser. It's a lot easier to turn. And you just turn it till it goes in. As long as you got some pressure on it, it goes in pretty easily. Like it just slipped off because I had too much room there. But it's very simple. That in. There you go. It just bottomed out. So now I can loosen that up a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to ordinate this to right. You're going to right there. Okay. So the groove, oh man, let me see if I can get this one and show you. The groove is going to look like that. I might not have it perfect, but it should fit in. So anyways, that's what it's going to look like. And they do come with 4. So you are supposed to have 2 on there. So these little clips here, you put them in just like so. That one's going to go there. It's going to try to push these pads out. And it really is pushing them out. There's no friction on this, so you might have to actually hold these pads in with your fingers, which I'm going to have to do. Okay, so you do that, and then put that in while holding it with your finger. There you go. And it looks good to me. So that is where you want it ornated on the thing. Kind of take a quick look. Make sure it's sitting flush, and it is sitting flush on the brake pad. Make sure it's sitting flush on the brake pad, the piston is. So you know that you have it in the groove where it needs to go. It is a little bit of a pain to get all that together, but it is together. And so. She moves. Brake pads are being pushed out because of that. No weird noises. That's how you do it, guys. Put the wheel back on, torque it to spec, and I'll talk to y'all later. Please like and subscribe.